Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I am coming to you from a very wet Central Coast, which is lovely to be in because we have been dying for some rain. So I am here to play with you today the music from my heart stamp set. I don't really do Valentine's with Lachlan. That would be my son, with my husband David. But I bought this set for Lachlan because he is very heavily into music and music production. So I did buy this for him. But this is a really sweet set that you can use for many occasions, including love, which is what I thought I would do. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Now, if you are watching on the replay or here on Facebook or over on my replay on YouTube, please say hi. And if you haven't already, please follow or subscribe to me so I can come to you in your feed and you can find me. I know some of you can't hear me. I'm sorry. Most of you can. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe try popping out and popping back in. So I have also picked out some paper, which is the Perennial Essence paper that I'm thinking may be moody and nice to go with the stamp set. So this piece in particular, I'll pull the plastic down so you don't get so much shine. I'm really loving this piece, so with the dark and the light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flick you guys around, get up my second screen, turn off my overhead light so I don't have any nasty shadows, and I will go back, say hello, talk to you, do all of those things while we create a card together. I'm so sorry, Kathy, that's not good. So I will be back momentarily. Now, while I am doing all of this, oops, hold on. Oh, it's not working for me. Hold on, sorry guys. While I am doing all of this, and do you know what? I have totally stuffed myself up because I have set my phone up on the wrong side. So I'm going to be all back to front today, but we will get there. I was going to say, tell me, it's gone out of my head completely. I totally stuffed myself up. I'm not sure. Do Valentine's Day. Now that's a good idea. That's really weird that your device isn't working well. So let's see here. This is all back to front and topsy-turvy, and the camera's in a different place. This is all weird for me setting it up. Tell me how clear I am, because I don't know if the rain will affect my internet connection. That is what I was going to say to you guys. It shouldn't affect you guys being able to hear me though, which is what I'm finding the absolute weirdest. Clear, fantastic, Janet. That is wonderful to hear. Okay, I think I'm straight. It's very weird setting it up on the opposite side. And of course my playback is not working, but I'll go get rid of the shadows and I'll be back. I'm assuming you can hear that very heavy rain that I have just outside my window. and I really can't get it. Ah, yay! That's fantastic, Jenny. I know I saw May come in. I don't want to touch my phone because I will stuff up my positioning of my camera, which I just did, kicking my desk. So hi Kathleen, Deborah, Susan, Donna, Kathy, Beryl, Joanne, May, Janet. Oh, who else has come in? I think that's all I can see. But if you are here, I did not just say hello to 15 people. And I can't get up my second screen. It's been particularly painful. And I don't know whether it's Facebook or the sudden downpour of rain. Of course, as I change internet connections. Hello, Miss Allison and Miss Margene. Thank you so much. So what I'll do, I'll stand here and read while I grab out some things. So I know this whole paper set is really, really flowery. But on the back sides, we have just some really nice painted backgrounds. Now, I have used a lot of this paper. I know I made customer cards when it first came out. And there is a particular background that I'm after. It's this pink one. So what I was thinking was pairing. Look how moody and galaxy that one is. I love it. I think I'm going to pair those two together, but I'm not sure in which way. So I've grabbed that out. This is the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. What did you do? Ah, yes. What did you do, Jenny? Please tell Kathleen. Right. Ah, I knew I'd do that at some point. Well, that just fell on the floor because I'm ever so special. Okay. My second screen is not working, so I may have to fly blind because I know my iPad won't show me any comments. I won't be able to go back and see them. Ah, well, how? Turn me down. Jenny, wow. Okay, so my plan is using the heart treble clef, the heart note, these three notes, and using You're the Music in My Heart and probably the lines. I don't want to use the guitar, but the guitar, if I can speak, goes perfectly with the treble clef. I think it is to make a whole guitar, and I've been using this piano quite a bit in class recently, so I don't particularly want to overuse that one. Although David can play the piano, it's just when you open up a brand new Facebook window, things work. No? Right, it was just that window that was having a moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mount up all these stamps. Now, if you want to get these lines straight, I don't know if you can see, but they're not straight on the backing sheet here. So what I do is I just sort of throw it on, and I don't touch it when I'm putting it on the block. I just let it be. Oh, I need the larger block than that. I just let it be, and then I pick it up from there. So I don't manipulate it, because it's when you start manipulating it that you make the lines less straight. They are already hand-drawn lines, but I didn't want to mess them up anymore. Okay, that one's a good size for that. If I have them all mounted and ready to go, we may make this whole process a little easier. And I'll probably grab the heart in this set as well. Yay, I can now, I can't necessarily see myself, but I can see all the comments, which is great. So if I quite often can't see my video feedback, but it is, or playback, but it is more the comments that I like to see. Ah, that is a good suggestion. Hello, Glenda. Long time no see. Great to have you back. It's very weird working back to front here. Very, very weird indeed. Okay, so has everyone, now I know people were talking about the weather where you are. Oh, my pleasure, Susan. I'm so glad you got the birthday card from me. Okay, I'm going to use an incredibly big block for an incredibly small stamp. Okay, they are all done. So now I want to worry about how this is going to look. So I'm going to start by trimming this down to probably a card front. And I like the fact that the daisies are in here, so I'm not going to try to cut them out at all. So that is going to, that's 10 centimeters, although I do like the purple in the, which purple do I prefer? I think I prefer this darker end going into the lighter. It's very hard to choose favorite between favorite. Just scrolling back down to catch up. Good morning, Miss Cindy. Yes, we're expecting high winds as well. We are in that, in the coastal area, warning area. So, yeah. That is really weird, Kathy. I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry, you're in Florida. We have a high wind warning as well here in Australia. Sorry, I didn't read the rest, Joanne. How remiss of me. Okay, so this is the area that we're kind of working with. And the stave lines, I think I'm going to grab my memento, which I swear I had out for another project earlier, but I do think I might have been kind of good. And no, I didn't put it away. Oh my dear word. Apparently I'm not using memento. Don't you love it when things go missing? And it's always live on video. Right, stays on it is, which isn't particularly the one I prefer. I prefer the blackness of memento. I'm getting a big project ready to make at a craft day tomorrow with some friends. Like, we're all taking our own projects. But I'm going to need that ink pad for tomorrow. That is going to annoy me. Now, I am on video. Pardon? Thank you.
Update you later.
You, if you could update me later, that will be one.
Good news.
Fantastic. That's good. I'm just working out how I'm going to incorporate this pink paper. Hey Anne, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you had to go to a funeral. Hey Linda. as I say, I really don't have any idea what I'm doing. So let's just go for it. I just wanted to use this stamp set and I chose a pretty paper that I like. That's pretty much it. Okay. Oh, my Stays On pad is as it looks. I can't tell if that's dry or not. No. It's very hard when you're stamping onto thin lines. Okay, let's, oh no, that's nice and black. Let's just go for it. Beautiful. And I think I'm going to do a second set of lines as well. Now just warn me later that I have Stays On my finger. I love this paper too. Oh, I've always got the dropsies, Anne. You should know that by now. Okay, so the stave lines, you need to have a bit of a gap to make it correct. Look at me learning from my boy. Oh no. Okay, I've got to put my head in here for a sec. Lucky I got my hair coloured the other day, that's all I can say. Right. Yeah, that can stay exactly how it was. The second stamping did not help at all. But because this is Stays On, I will just have my chamois here ready to rock and roll. Do you know what? I am going to grab my stamp, because you can't use Stays On cleaner on these, so I'm going to use the stamp cleaning pad. If you use Stays On cleaner on these, so you can see it's just lifting up that ink. It is actually very corrosive to our clear stamps. So this one, it doesn't say it's corrosive, but it does say to wipe it off, and that is perfectly clear and clean. Now I'll just wipe off the block a little. Okay, flip that closed. Right, that is the stave lines done. I'm not finished with my Stays On though, so I won't put that plastic lid back on. Okay, that one can go there. Just, this is a tad dry, so it just requires a bit more pouncing and inking than normal. I could grab my re-inker and do it, but we've wasted enough time. Okay, so this is going to partially cover up my lines, boo-boo. Hello, Corinne. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Miss Nicole. Oh, sorry, Cindy. I look forward to seeing you on replay. Oh, that is perfect. I love how boldly that came up. Now I'm going to pretty much, I think, stamp everything in black, although I still want to bring in that pink. It's just going to be a matter of how and what. Okay, that is a little stained, so I'm just going to grab out my, I'll pop it here, the stamp cleaning pad that's in the, it's new to the annual catalogue, and it just removes the staining straight up because we can't use Stays On cleaner. That is now as clear or fairly clear. It's a little bit stained, but it's much better, especially because I'm using Stays On. Now, I said I was going to use a sentiment and I didn't get it out. Now, I was thinking, you're the music in my heart. I like that one because you can give that to a girlfriend as well. You don't have to. Oh, lovely, Sylvia. I'm glad you got to have a walk. There is no way I'm walking the dog. It's a bit of a deluge outside. Not a problem at all, Corinne. I get engrossed in making the card and forget to check the comments. So I think we're all square there. Now, let's just... I kind of like it there. I'm just thinking, because this one also has... Thinking I'm going to stamp this one first and then work out where I'm going to do the sentiment, and then all the little ones I can work out from there, if you get my drift. Stays on. So as you can see, this is actually ending up being fairly... Do you know what? I almost just... I'm going to get caned from Lachlan for doing all the music notes incorrectly. But that's okay. It's not meant to be perfect. Oh, that's not good, Jenny. Yay! Okay, oh, that's not perfect, but that's okay. It's handmade, not hallmark. Get off the excess. Stamp in the cleaning pad. Wipe it off. And we're clean. And put the lid on the Stays On before Ellen puts her whole hand in it. Right, now for the sentiment. I'm thinking right in the middle between those would be perfect, and then I can put all the little notes from there. Okay, I will really try to remember that tip, that you sign completely out of Facebook and then come back in. How impressed are you guys that I'm not using the Stamparatus for all these super fine bits and bobs? Okay, give it a teeny wiggle. Okay, pray, please. That's not too bad. What are we thinking of the direction I'm going here while I clean this off to the side? Mine's saved to all my devices. Best thing ever. I am thinking we definitely, I wish I had a heart punch, but alas I do not. I may need to check through my dies to... I'm almost thinking, do I want to stamp this sentiment on this and add it there? Let me see if I've got a punch that will hold. Oh, can you hear it? It's awesome. Loving, loving, loving the rain. Okay, now the other thing I'm going to add is a stamp pad under this piece of paper, but I am going to work on this as well, just because I can see myself dropping, and I'm going to move this, I can see myself dropping this whole stays on pad, because that's just how my life goes. It's Stampin' Up. It's a little hidden gem in the tools part of the annual catalogue. So it's not a stays on cleaner, because we can't use stays on cleaner on these. It is a stamp cleaning pad. So a lot of my ink pads, I have very easily been able to reduce the amount of staining on my photopolymer ink pads. Okay, I'm thinking because I'm stamping this sentiment on the piecing mat, I'm going to get a much better result, and I'm really happy with that. But I do remove the excess ink first, which you can see I've got rid of some of it, and then it's only because I can't find my memento pad, which I really need for tomorrow. So you can see how much I've removed just then. So this stains, which is totally fine, and it does also come with a refill, which I've bought, but could I tell you where it is? Maybe. And then it just recommends that you wipe off the excess, which I do directly into my chamois, and then I've still got dirty chamois and a clean chamois, and you can see that it's still a little bit stained, but it's not as much staining. Okay. Where's that punch? Can you tell? It's right here next to me. Yeah, and it's fairly inexpensive as well. Yeah, it absolutely is. Hello, Mr. Bobby. Yes, it is raining, Nicole. It's raining actually quite heavily. So, yeah. Well, if you have any more questions about the stamp cleaning pad, pop them up and I will endeavour to answer them. Okay. The only problem with this is this punch is probably a little bit wider than what I would like. So what I'm just thinking what I even it up, and I can always trim it. Okay, now I'm finished with this one, and I do love the other ones on the other side because this paper just delicious. Okay, no, I might leave my stamping pad here. Okay, bring back my card front. Actually, that does work quite nicely there, actually. So it covers up my boo-boos. And now I want to add in all my other notes. So now that I know where my placement of my sentiment is, I can sort of go from there, and I sort of want them trickling up the page. So quite simple stamping. Hey Shelley, thank you so much for joining. So this was the Timeless Label Punch. So stays on again. So keeping it consistent, the same ink but over on two different pieces of paper. I'm pretty sure this one does only go in one single direction. I'm not sure. As I said, Lachlan's going to come home and see this card and say, no, that's not the way it goes, Mum. Now, I'm not cleaning these because I do plan on doing them multiple times. And as you can see, I am really, sometimes I ink into the ink pad and sometimes I ink pad to the stamp. Just depends. Okay. And now I'll have the shakes. Lovely. Put this little one down here. I might just do a pair, although do I like the starkness of, do you know what, if I put them upside down, that'll work better. These back over here, pop that back up there, just so I've got elbow room. And I do leave them there for a few moments for the ink to transfer. Okay, really happy with this area. And now I am going to just trickle it off to the top. Hey Linda, hey Shannon, thanks for joining. Yeah, and would you believe, Nicole, when you guys are asking about the rain, I have the window closed. I do not even have the window open. It's pretty scary. Okay. So I just refreshed my screen to make sure you're still hearing and seeing. Can these ones go upside down? I don't know. Hello. Oh. Hello, Miss Jamie. Your pool, are you back washing your pool? Or are you just letting it flood? Because you might be better to get out there and backwash it so it then at least goes down the drain and not up and over and ruin your paving. I'm thinking I want one of these approximately there. How do you think this is going? Is this what you guys would have done? Do you have this set? Oh no. Oh Jamie, and the poor chookins too. Okay. Lovely. I'm actually in some ways really glad I used StazOn. It's actually really crisp. I know the just a grouping of 3 and then there's 2, 4, 5, so and then I might just do a lone one this way in between, and I think that might just do it. Although I love this, but I need something else. I know I need to lift it up, but sorry if you're getting my head in frame. Okay. I know what I can add. I know what I want to add, and it's one of these birdies. Possibly a flying one. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, unfortunately, it probably won't dry enough. Okay, I'm going to use the other opposite side of this block for a bird. And then I will clean all of these stamps with my stamp pad cleaner. My silly cords are giving me... Oh, is that the flying one? No, but that's okay. You'll see where I'm going. That one is just sitting on top of there. That's a bit cute. I love this contrast, but what would you do while I clean my stamps? Because I think I'm done stamping now. And top tip, keep your plastic for your stays on, because it like creates a it makes it more airtight when you use it. Oh, that's great, Jenny. That's good. And I'm so glad you guys are talking amongst yourselves, because I'm not quite sure where that conversation has gone. So just try and get off. Oh God, it helps if I don't put it on the project. So just try and get the excess off. Itchy nose. And then, oh, these need to go through the wash. They're a bit pongy. Did you know you can pop these in the washing machine? They fade a bit, but they come out looking less ink stained, which is fantastic. Just got a bit of film on the block there. Okay. Birdie should come out great because it wasn't sitting there long. See how this one comes out, just giving it a bit of a rub. That one's not too bad. The quicker you get to it with the stamp cleaner, the better. And you can always do it multiple times. I have heard people putting them in the dishwasher. I'm not so keen for it to go in the dishwasher. I just pop these in with my towels, because I've got a load of swimming towels to go in the next day. Well, I've already done a load of washing today, so I could put it on later today and toss them in the dryer. I don't put these in the dryer. I do just let them air dry, but unfortunately I normally have this sitting like that up on a shelf, and it lets them air dry, but I think I accidentally clasped it and it's a bit stinky now. But oh well, these things happen. So no one had any suggestions, so I'm assuming I am just popping this on dimensionals and moving along. So I'm just trying to get it as low as what I can. And I like that there. Okay, dimensionals. Hey Christy, thanks for joining. No, I've never had a problem because they're dye inks anyway. So, mind you, I have grey towels. I don't have, well, one of the towels is yellow, the swimming towels, and I have never ever ever had an issue. Is the rain as heavy up with you? I wonder, Corinne, do you have this rain down south? because I know Corinne's further south of Sydney, pretty much as far, no, I think she's further south than I am north. Okay, I like that. I'm thinking I need to repeat this pink, and I am going to grab, I do have a printout always in front of me, and this is just from Connie Stewart, Perennial Essence. It is Petal Pink. So I might grab a Petal Pink card base to pop this on and see if I have one already cut. The amount of, I've already cut 40 card bases this morning. What's another 2 when you've already cut that many? Okay, get some stuff out of the way. So what I do with my card bases, I always seem to cut them down the long side. Oh, that's nice. Yes, exactly. Although I was very kind, in the past 2 days I have driven my boys to school rather than them getting drenched on the bus on the way in. Because isn't that the nice thing? Yes, I agree. The smell of rain, and it's like that really nice earthy smell. It's gorgeous. Okay. Hold this baby. Oh, so apparently authorities are providing updates instead of on fires, on flooding. Because I know all our local hotspots would pretty much be flooded. I've got the potential of being flooded in 2 directions. Now, I am thinking, I don't think these will work, but I shall grab them anyway. That's if I can find them. I know I do have some Petal Pink embellishments, but they're like jewels. Do you think I can find them here? Aha. Remove a few things. I've got these. I just don't know if you think these will work. Because these, do you know what? I'm going to stick this down, although I am almost tempted to trim this down a touch and put a darker matte. Let's see how we go. Yes. A room spray. Do you know what? I think it's more the association with rain that I like it so much. I'm not sure that I would like a whole room smelling of it. Now, yay. Though I wish I had taken more off one side and not the other, but that's okay. Okay. I've just made that smaller all the way around, so it's now a full centimetre smaller on all sides. Although not quite. Let me see. There we go. I think I need to change my blade. Will only be the second one I've changed too, maybe. Okay, I've got that. Let me grab my handy dandy list again, and where did I put it? Handy dandy list tells me Blackberry Bliss. What's the blue? No, not Blueberry Bushel. We'll try some Blackberry Bliss and see how it looks. I don't even know if this will be ready-made and the right size. Look at that, just like I bought one. Now that, matching the dark and the light, I like that a lot. I love it when I have perfectly sized scraps. Well, we're at the bottom of the hill too, so we're right on the bottom of the valley. God knows what will happen. Hopefully, because the kids' school is in a flood zone, hopefully they don't get evacuated. We prayed for evacuations when I went to, well, I went to their school basically, or they're going to my school. That's how super local I am in my life. Yes, yeah, that's what I do. I start with what I know I want to use, and then you can always trim and add layers from there. It was just a bit flat. If in doubt, add layering or vellum. And vellum wasn't the answer for this card. It generally is, but not. Oh, do you know what? I have petal pink vellum, but if I hadn't have stamped and not liked the result underneath, I could have stamped that "You're the Music in My Heart" on petal pink vellum that coordinates with this. There's your suggestion. Don't do it like I did, do it like I said. They're still babies, Lorraine. How nice, Lorraine. You pop in today, and then I'm popping up to see you tomorrow, which will be lovely. Okay, now make sure I'm not going to make an upside down card, which I have been known to many times in my life. I am going, it's already stuck down. It's okay, I'll run my scissors down the edge in just a second. Oops. Okay, so see how I've got this wide edge? I'm going to run my closed scissors down the side to just tidy up that edge a bit, and that actually worked perfectly, just like I planned it. Okay, let's grab out these gems as a final touch. So these are the petal pink rhinestone gems, and I'm going to use these rounder ones, I think, and just pop. They don't need much because they are very, very dimensional. Oh, they're even too big, too tall to slide under. Oh, that's so nice, Jamie. Yum-o. That's awesome. Well, yeah, depending on the weather. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Yes, it's better late than never. I'll accept you however you come in. Do you know what? I think these ones are a bit too big. So what I'm going to do is pop that one back down, and I'm going to use these little square ones. If I can get under there. That's a bit nicer, and I will square or diamonds, or I just flick something on the ground. I think I'm going to use it like a diamond, and I think I'll just add 3, which is always a nice pleasing number. And because this didn't stamp so well there, I'm just going to cover the end of that up so you can still see that it's a heart, but you can't see my bad stamping, because that's the reason why we embellish. Now, if I bring this up here, is it too much? 1, 2. I want to add 3. Yeah, please post that on Facebook, Jamie. Thinking there, because that's, and then I've got a little grouping of 3 there. That will do. I'm calling it done. I found this. Oh, that came out from in my things. I know what it is. So that is my card done. The only thing I have left to do is put my demonstrator details on the back. Oh, that is ripped all the way down the side because I'm special. I'm just going to deal with that later. You don't need to see me deal with that. Okay, so I always put, even if you're not a demonstrator, always put your name and your phone number on the back, because you never know when someone may want your details. To say, I love that card that I saw at XYZ. Can you help me? Oh, well, the colours have nothing to... I know, I thought the bird looked really cute. I had nothing to do with the colours. The colours all came from the paper. So I am going to pop my little cleaning pad in here, because it was a great find using my Stays On ink pad. Now I just need to find my memento and we will all be good. Okay, and these are the papers that we use, the Perennial Lessons papers. Yes, the stamping is all in black, super duper simple. And we just added in the timeless label punch. Thank you, girls. Thank you. Now, I plan on being back as normal next Tuesday. Normal time, probably around noon, normal place here in my craft room. So I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and those of us that are getting a lot of rain, I hope we don't get washed away. Because I'm thinking I may actually lose power at some stage, because some tree is going to fall on an overhead power line, because that's what happens in my area. So yes, hopefully you get lots of crafting done on the weekend, and I will catch you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for joining. Bye.